Hello everyone, good morning, but this is Jiwanono here again. Today's topic is grammar. I'm going to explain the use of present participle. Now this will be useful when it comes for you to write an essay, to write a short story, to write novels. The present participle, if used correctly, will add a special tone to your essay, will make it more native-like, will make it more impressive. Okay, let's dive to my PowerPoint slides. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is our topic for today, present participle. Yeah, this material is courtesy of this Education First material. You can see the URL here on top of the screen. Okay, so this is about present participle. The present participle of most verbs has the form base plus ing, or in other words, verb 1 plus ing. Base here is the basic form, the verb 1 plus ing. That is the what we call present participle, verb 1 plus ing. It is used in many different ways, and we are going to learn how they are used, how it is used, and it's going to be interesting. First one is the present participle as part of the continuous form of a verb. So this applies when you use present progressive tense or present continuous tense or past progressive tense. Yeah. So for example, I am working. He was singing. See, this is present progressive tense, right? Or present continuous tense. Am is the be and working verb ing. Verb 1 plus ing. Was is the be in the past, yeah. And the progressive is expressed by the present participle, sing plus ing. Verb 1 sing plus ing. Okay, that's the present participle. Now, the present participle can also be used after verbs of movement and position. This construction is particularly useful with the verb to go. And you can learn from the examples. She went shopping. This is a past form of the verb go, right? So this applies here. She went plus present participle. Shop plus ing. Verb 1 plus ing. She went shopping. Yeah. I go running every morning. Again, you have go here. Simply put the present participle after that. Run is verb 1, ing. Run plus ing, running. I go running. He lay looking up at the clouds. It's probably one of the exceptions, yeah. But okay, it still applies to the word lay. She came running towards me. Again, you have came, past form of the verb comes, yeah. And somehow it is related to the verb go as well, right? You can sense a sense of going from that point to this point. So we have here came, running, run, present participle. Okay, so that's the second use. Next one is the present participle after verbs of perception. So you have the pattern is the verb, and then you have object, and then you have the present participle. Now this applies to some verbs of perception. Yeah. Yeah, there's a difference in meaning when such a sentence contains a zero infinitive rather than a participle. Yeah, if later I will explain that with the verb ing, with the present participle, it means or it implies that the subject senses something which is unfolding, which is still ongoing. Yeah. But with only the verb 1, that's the zero infinitive here, verb 1, it implies that the action has been completed, or the actions, the one who sees or hears or watches that, watch the event unfolding from the beginning till the end. Yeah, okay, so that's the differences between present participle and zero infinitive. Zero infinitive is only the verb 1. Yeah, only the verb one. Okay, so for example, I heard someone singing. See, this is the verb of perception, heard, and then you have object, and then you have present participle. Okay, so this pattern applies to this one, right? Heard, verb, someone is the object, and then you have present participle. He saw his friend walking along the road. Again, you have the saw here, verb of perception, and then you have his friend as the object. Walking is the present participle. I can smell something burning. You have smell here as the verb of perception, and then you have an object followed immediately by present participle. Okay. I watched the birds flying away. Again, you have watch as a verb of perception, and then you have the birds as the object and present participle. Yeah. So once again, let me come back a bit to the difference between present participle and zero infinitive. If you put zero infinitive here, if you put only sing, it is still grammatical. Yeah. I heard someone sing, but that implies that you heard it from the beginning of the singing until the completion of the singing. Yeah, that's when you put only sing, when only infinitive is used. I heard someone sing. But if you say I heard someone singing, then it means when you heard it, uh, the singer has already been singing. Yeah. So it is in the middle of the action of singing. You saw it or you heard it when he or she was in the middle of her singing. Yeah, that's the difference. Okay. The present participle as an adjective. Now it can be used also as an adjective. It was an amazing film. The amazing here modifies or explains the noun film. Yeah. So as you can see, as you probably have learned from our previous grammar lessons, adjective modifies the form, modifies the noun in front of it. See, this is the passive pattern. Yeah, an adjective always modifies, always explains a noun. See, now this is also, that's what happens here. So you have amazing as the adjective. This modifies or explains film as the noun. Yeah. Dark billowing clouds often precede a storm. Dark billowing clouds. Billowing explains the word clouds. Okay. He was trapped inside the burning house. Burning explains or modifies the noun house. Yeah. Many of his paintings show the setting sun. Setting modifies or explains the noun sun in front of it. Okay. So present participle can be used as an adjective that explains or modifies a noun. Okay. And then you have a present participle with the verbs spend and waste. You have this pattern, verb plus time or money expression plus present participle. For example, my boss spends 2 hours a day traveling to work. See, we have spend here, yeah, the verb. And then you have time or money expression. This is time expression. And then you have the present participle. Yeah. Don't waste time playing computer games. Can waste is the verb, and then you have the expression of time, and then you have present participle. Yeah. They have spent the whole day shopping. I wasted money buying this game. You have waste, object, expression of money, and then you have present participle. Okay. The present participle can also be used with the verbs catch and find. With catch, the participle always refers to an action which causes annoyance or anger. So this is not very good, yeah? When you use the word catch. What follows is actually something that you do not find desirable, something that you do not find good, something which is rather annoying. Yeah? This is not the case with find. Find doesn't carry this meaning. it is in fact unemotional. Okay. For examples, if I catch you stealing my apples again, there will be trouble. Yeah. Catch plus object plus present participle. Catch you stealing. Yeah. So this is the pattern. Verb, object plus present participle. Don't let him catch you reading his letters. Yeah. Again, you have a catch, object, present participle. I caught him going through my bag. Again, this is the catch, but in the past tense. Yeah. Then you have object, then you have going through, which means taking something out of the bag, trying to find something in your bag, which is not good, right? You would find it very annoying, yeah? Even dangerous. Yeah? We found some money lying on the ground. Now this doesn't carry this emotion, just a fact. Yeah? We found from the word find, and then you have some money, a subject, and then you have present participle. They found their mother sitting in the garden. Likewise, this is also find plus object plus present participle. Yeah. Now here comes the interesting part. It's getting more interesting here with the present participle. Present participle can be used to describe two actions at the same time or almost at the same time. Yeah. When two actions occur at the same time and are done by the same person or thing, and this is important, done by the same person or thing, we can use a present participle to describe one of them. So when one action follows very quickly after another done by the same person or thing, we can express the first action with the present participle. Okay, so remember that when can you use it? When you want to describe two actions happening at the same time, or one action following the other immediately, and the doer or the agent of the action is the same person. Yeah. So, for example, whistling to himself, he walked down the road. You have that's actually derived from he whistled to himself as he walked down the road. So the act of whistling and walking happen at the same time. So that's why we can turn it into present participle. Yeah. Whistling to himself, comma, don't forget the comma here. Whistling to himself, comma, he walked down the road. Yeah. Now you may also notice that the subject of the action walk is he, which is the same as the subject of the action whistling. Yeah, so both verbs here, whistle and walk, whistling and walk, is done by the same subject. And that's important in this pattern. Yeah. Okay. They went laughing out into the snow, which means they laughed as they went out into the snow. Yeah. Dropping the gun, she put her hands in the air. This implies that she dropped the gun and then immediately put her hands in the air. You can change this. If you have been writing sentences with this, you can make it more mature, more native-like by changing it into this pattern. Dropping the gun, comma, don't forget the comma, dropping the gun, comma, she put her hands in the air. Okay, so again, the subject of the word of the verb dropping and the subject of the word put is the same person, which is she. Yeah, okay. Putting on his coat, he left the house. It implies or the same meaning as he put on his coat and left the house. Yeah. So you can change the verb, the first verb in the first clause to present participle. Putting on his coat, he left the house. Okay. Present participle can be used to explain a reason. For example, the present participle can be used instead of a phrase starting with as, since, or because. Yeah, you can get rid of this, you can delete it, and you can use the present participle to explain the reason. Something that this they usually do. Yeah. In this usage, the participial phrase explains the cause or reason for an action. Yeah. So let's see the examples. The examples are good because they make things clearer for you. Yeah. Feeling hungry, he went into the kitchen and opened the fridge. Now you can see that this means the same as because he was feeling hungry, he went into the kitchen and opened the fridge. See, now you can you can delete the word because, then you turn it into present participle. Feeling hungry, you went into the kitchen and opened the fridge. Now, please notice that the subject of the verb feeling is the same as the subject of the verb went. It must be the same. It must be the same. Yeah. So, another sentence, being poor, he didn't spend much on clothes. This actually means the same as because he was poor, he didn't spend much on clothes. But then again, you can shorten it using the present participle. You can shorten the clauses that explains the action into being poor, he didn't spend much on clothes. Again, please notice that the subject of the predicate poor and didn't spend here refers to the same subject, which is he. Okay. Knowing that his mother was coming, he cleaned the flat. Because he knew that his mother was coming, he cleaned the flat. Okay. So this is again present participle. He whispered, comma, thinking his brother was still asleep. He whispered because he was thinking that his brother was still asleep. That's the full sentence, but you can shorten it. You can make it more native-like, yeah, more mature if you like, more acceptable style, more natural style, by saying he whispered, comma, thinking his brother was still asleep. Yeah, again, the subject of the verb thinking and whispered is the same person, which is he. Okay, yeah. So the last two usage is useful when it comes for you to write narrative, to write a story, to make it more dramatic, to make it more captivating, to make it more natural. Use these constructions with the present participle. Okay, so that's it. I hope I've made everything clear for you. And I'm going to give you the exercise, and when you do it, you'll become fluent in using the present participle. Stay safe, stay healthy, and goodbye.